Hello everyone, it's Sharon, and today we are doing a first impression try-on of the new Too Faced Cinnamon Bun palette and liquid matte lipstick. I am so excited to have these. This is something I typically don't go for. I can't remember the last time I bought a Too Faced limited edition palette. I know it's really, rumored that like their limited edition palettes just aren't as good as their regular, and I have found that to be true over the years, but when I saw this one online, I immediately knew that I wanted it. It's beautiful. It has everything I've ever wanted in a palette. Let me just show you if you haven't seen it yet. It is in the classic 10 and it does have little cinnamon buns on the front. Really cute. It does smell like cinnamon rolls when you open it up. Let me give you a close-up of these shadows. This is what we are working with here. You can see it's a lot of neutrals and purpley pink kind of colors. This is just right up my alley. I looked at this palette and thought I could get use out of every single shade in this palette. It's just gorgeous and my type of palette, absolutely. I also don't think I've ever owned any of these melted matte lip creams. This one's in Cinnamon Bun, it's the limited edition. Something about this color though just really looked interesting to me, and because I was getting the limited edition palette, I thought, why the heck not get the matching liquid lipstick also? So I did. This is an early birthday present to me from my husband. I asked him if I could go out and get this because I want to take it with us potentially, if it works out, to Disney World. We leave in like 4 days. Totally crazy. I do have my Disney World manicure on and I love it. So I thought I would just sit down today and play with this, test it out, see if it is something I want to take with me to Disney World. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so I have my eye primer on because for me that is a must. I'm going to start up here with Flower Power to just set the primer kind of in the crease, brow bone, a little bit inner corner, not a whole lot. Not a lot on the lid. It does smell like cinnamon bun, which is nice. It just smells like cinnamony. Okay, now I'm going to take my favorite fluffy brush from Delium Tools. And I think I'm going to go in with this color down here, which is Muffin Top. A neutrally kind of pink color. And we'll just blend that into the crease. Now, I saw one review so far on this. I bought it at Ulta, by the way. It was like a brand new display. I bought the first one off the display at my Ulta. Like, I was counting down till 11 a.m. today when I could go and get it when the store opened because it is Sunday. And the one review, I did read it just to see what it said. And basically it was just the girl saying like, it's a really neutral palette. It's kind of boring. But for me, that's what I like. And this to me just screamed Sharon. Like, it just screamed my perfect palette. It's got all the pretty neutrals I like, some warmer tones, some purples. I feel like this is gonna be a favorite of mine. Okay, if you see a lighting difference now, it's because I had to turn on my lighted mirror just so I can see better. Because even with my contacts, I feel blind most of the time. So, okay, I'm gonna go in with a deeper color in the crease now, and I'm thinking I'm going to go with See Me Rollin', which is right here. See Me Rollin'. I'm just using like a more condensed fluffy brush in the lower outer lid and working it into the crease. Okay, I'm going to go in with the lid with Frost Your Buns, which is right here, this third from the right. I'm just going to use my finger because it's always what I use for a shimmer, and so far so good. Really nice. This particular shade feels very, very soft. Look at that shimmer. Wow. Very pretty. Not a ton of fallout so far, which is positive. Okay, now I'm thinking I want to deepen up the outer V, so I'm going to use my MAC flat shader brush. Sorry, I was distracted. Pippi's underneath my little table. I'm going to use Batter Up, which is the deepest shade down here. It looks pretty pigmented on the brush. Let's take a look. That just tapped right on there, didn't it? I'm going to go back with my original fluffy brush to just kind of buff all this out so it's not too intense. If you can't tell, I am ready for fall. I've got like my burnt orange top on. Love it. I pulled out my fall decor tubs yesterday. I need to get all of that put out. I'm so excited. You can't see it from this angle, but I've got a pumpkin behind me now. Love that. I'm going to go ahead and put on the rest of my makeup and check back in with you, and then we will do some swatches of the whole palette at the end so you can see what we're working with. Alright, I've got all the rest of my makeup on. Now it is time to try the liquid lipstick. So let's go ahead and try this out. This one's in Cinnamon Bun. It looks like a really good neutral kind of fall color. I've got my lips completely dry. I wiped off all my chapstick. It does smell really good. But I like that kind of smell. Like food scents, I like that. All right, right out the gate, I'm really happy I bought this color. Great neutral for me. I really like it so far. So far so good. We'll see. I actually don't even know how these wear on me because I've never used them. Like, never. So I'll be interested to see how it wears. Typically, I'm picky on my liquid lipsticks because I don't like them to wear down and be kind of gross. But, you know, if I can, like, easily put some chapstick on top of this to moisturize it back up, I think that will be really good. So, yeah, so far I'm really liking this color a lot. I could see me using this all the time. So first impressions of this palette are, if you have a lot of palettes that are neutral, you probably don't need this one. Did I really need it? No. Did I want it and it's almost my birthday? Yes. Did I look at it and immediately think that's a palette that I will use almost every single color? Yes. If you look at this palette and think I'm not going to use a lot of those colors, you don't need it. Or if you think you've already got a lot of these colors in your collection, you probably don't need it. But it is really cute with the cinnamon swirls. I do think it's a great color story for fall. I think all of these colors are really nice, really easy to work with. Even the purples would be really easy to incorporate if you wanted to do something fun. So if you're in the market for a good neutral palette or want something really pretty for fall, I do think this is nice. I'll get into the swatching because I've only used some of the colors, so we'll see how the rest of them swatch, and I will show you those in a moment. But yeah, that's kind of my thought on this. If you look at this palette and think I will get a lot of use out of this like I did, then I think that this is something you should consider maybe getting. But if you look at this and go, that's boring, or I have those shades, or I won't use those purples, or whatever, skip it. You know, it's $49. It's an expensive palette. Like I said, it was a birthday present for me, from my husband, because I told him this is what I want, and he said, great, that makes it easy for me. I went and bought it. He put some money into our joint account from his own account. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on that. Let's go ahead and get swatching. Oh, the lipstick I do really like. It's neutral though. I feel like I probably didn't need to spend the money on this. I don't know. I was just in the birthday spirit. I wanted to buy myself something, and I like that they go hand in hand, so I have their whole little limited edition collection this time around. So yeah, let's get to swatching. Flower Power, Doughboy, Frost Those Buns, See Me Rollin', Lick the Spoon, Sugar Rush, Love the Bun You're With, Sweet and Spicy, I'm Toasted, Stay Current, Cinnamon Swirl, Sugar Rush, Gooey Goodness, Ready Set Bake, Sticky Fingers, Food Court, Batter Up. So here's everything all swatched out. I just did a single finger swatch, nothing crazy. You can see it really is a neutral palette. Like this color here you can hardly see, but it is there. Really everything swatched okay. I would say this one down here swatched the worst, and that was gooey goodness. It just, I'll show you in the pan. This was gooey goodness, and it just didn't swatch super great. It almost is kind of like a shadow topper. This bold down here didn't swatch super great, kind of streaky, but it actually felt really good, and I did use this shade and it blended nicely. The mattes really feel buttery. Most of the shimmers feel really buttery. I think this is maybe the only color I wouldn't use. It's like a purple with like glitter in it. I probably won't use that shade, but yeah, all in all, pretty good. All right, everyone, there you have it. So yeah, that's kind of where I stand with that viewpoint after you've seen the swatches. I hope that, you know, helps you out making your decision. They did have it on display at my Ulta, and they had it open so you could see the colors in person. So I really appreciated that. I personally am very happy that I bought this palette. I will not be returning it unless for some reason these shadows like wear off my eyes completely, but so far I'm really happy with it. It's a really pretty neutral palette. Its colors I think I'll wear a lot. I can see myself having this in my top everyday makeup drawer for weeks on end and being really happy with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what your thoughts are on this palette. If you're going to be getting it, if you think it's boring and pass, let me know. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't and you like to see more videos like this. And I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.